Hey guys, so I got this package that contains literally every single $4 Speedcube that you can get at Speedcube shop, and in this video we're going to be comparing and trying out all of them to figure out which one is the best cheap Speedcube. Alright, so here they are guys, the 12 cheapest 3x3s that you can get at Speedcube shop. I thought it'd be a good opportunity to try them all out in this video and figure out which one are the best ones. And I'll probably be ranking them from least favorite to my most favorite at the end of this video. Alright, so let's figure out what these are. So this one's a GuanLong Plus. This is the MeiLong 3C stickerless. This one is the KungFu LongYuan 3x3. This is the MoFang JiaoShi 50mm mini cube. They also have a 45 one and a 30mm one, I believe. I just decided to get the 50 one because just to test it out. They're all pretty much the same. Here is the QiYi Warrior W. This one is the QiYi Sail W. So I'm going to stack the QiYi cubes together. So this one's the GuanLong version 3, and this one is just the regular old version 1, I guess, GuanLong. And this one's the GuanLong Plus. So let's just put these all here so we kind of have them all organized. And then here is the YuXin Kirin, I don't know how to say that, YuXin Black. And another QiYi Warrior, another MeiLong. And finally, this is the Cyclone Boys FeiTeng Mini 3x3. When they said mini, I thought it was just going to be like 50 or 55 millimeters, but I guess I didn't read it properly. It's a 30mm cube, apparently. Alright, so here are all the cubes that we're going to be testing out in this video. A big thank you to Speedcube shop for sending these all over to me. I'll leave a link to their store in the description, and when you're checking out, make sure you use discount code Paradox to get a discount and also help support my channel. So before we get into these, I just wanted to mention that these aren't literally every single $4 cube that you can get. They have some keychain cubes and other mini cubes that I didn't bother to get because this is mainly supposed to be a Speedcube comparison. You can't really Speedcube mini cubes or keychain cubes, so I decided to not worry about those. So these ones are the more important Speedcubes that we're going to be comparing. Alright, so let's start off with the GuanLong cubes. So here they are, GuanLong version 1, GuanLong Plus, and GuanLong version 3. So trying out the regular version. So obviously out of the box it's very dry and it's not lubed at all because these are all budget cubes. I don't expect them to be lubed. They're literally only $4. So GuanLong version 1, it's an okay cube. That's a good starter. Let's see how it compares to the other ones. So the corner caps come off really easily just by squeezing them, or if you just pull them, because I was just trying to test how strong the tensions were, and it happens again. So there's something wrong with the red there. It's extremely tight. All the other ones are fine. I can turn these ones really easily, and they actually turn very nicely. The red side screw might be screwed in at an angle into the core, which might be causing that. And quickly checking out the version 3. Wow, this one's way better than both of those. This is crazy. I can actually perform algorithms really fast on this. This is a really good cube out of the box, and it comes in stickerless plastic too, whereas these ones I'm pretty sure don't. So the version 3 is way better than the GuanLong and GuanLong Plus, so that's a definite winner. Now let's try out the MeiLong cubes. So these are under the MoFang JiaoShi or CubingClassroom brand, which is made by MoYu. So here they are. Now out of the box, they look basically identical. This one's the MeiLong 3 and this one's the MeiLong 3C. That's insanely good for a $4 cube. Wow, I'm very impressed by this. Here's the regular MeiLong. Okay, yeah, this one's very tight and slow feeling out of the box. So the springs they probably use much nicer springs in this one, whereas in this the springs are a lot tighter and it takes a lot more effort to pull the pieces apart. And just turning the cube in general, it's very tight. The corner cutting isn't great, you can see there, whereas on this one it corner cuts, wow, more than 45 degrees easily. Alright, next up, let's just go through the Warrior series and then we'll check out the miscellaneous cubes at the end. So here are all QiYi's budget cubes. This one is the QiYi Sail W that came out in 2019.
This is the QiYi Warrior W, which came out in 2016. And finally, we have the QiYi Warrior S, an upgraded version of the Warrior W that also came out in 2019, like the Sail. Not a bad cube, it's decently fast. It feels a little bit blocky. You can tell that the plastic is a bit harsh feeling. The stickers look pretty nice. They're very vibrant, half bright shades. Alright, this is the Warrior W, which came out quite a while ago, but it's a very popular budget cube. It's got these very interesting light shades with the light blue and then the red being a pinkish color. Pretty good cube out of the box. It doesn't feel as fast as the Sail, but it's a little bit less blocky feeling, and the plastic seems to be a bit more soft, and it's overall a little bit more of a fluid cube. Now onto the Warrior S, which is the updated version of the Warrior W. Feels very similar to the Warrior W. Basically, Warrior S is the best one of the three. That's all you really need to know. It's got the speed, it's got the fluidity, the plastic feels a little bit softer, it's not that blocky feeling. It's overall really good, and it's in stickerless plastic with the matte plastic finish, which feels quite nice in the hands. And now moving on to the rest of these cubes. I'm just gonna bundle like all of these together because they're just like the miscellaneous other cubes that don't fit together. Now this one is called the KungFu LongYuan, but what's cool about this is that it comes with a cube stand, and none of these other cubes come with a cube stand. First of all, I just want to say I really like the look of this cube. I don't know, there's something about the blue, the red, and the yellow. There's something about all these colors that looks very pleasing. And the cube, I notice is very, very light to hold. It feels a little bit blocky. It's kind of tight feeling. It's not very fast. It gets the job done. It's not the worst cube so far, but it's not that high up there, I'd say. Next, let's take a look at the YuXin Black Kirin 3x3. The YuXin budget cubes are very, very good, so I have some high hopes for this cube. Let's check it out. Oh yeah, this cube is not bad at all. So this cube is definitely very unique compared to the other ones. There's something about this. I don't know if you can hear that. It's got this very like sandy, quiet feel to it. It's super weird. The speed is probably a little bit in the middle, not too fast, not too slow. Overall, an okay cube. Here is the MoFang JiaoShi Mini 50mm cube. So this one isn't the same size as all the other ones. You can notice it's significantly smaller, about 5 to 6 centimeters or millimeters smaller. I can Speedcube on this very easily, and even though it's significantly smaller, so it's not unspeedcubable because of its size. And it's also great for one-handed solving too, especially if you're someone who has smaller hands. And finally, the FeiTeng mini cube made by Cyclone boys. Not really expecting to get a lot out of this cube. I mean, it's basically the same size as a keychain cube, so. Okay, after doing a solve on it, I gotta admit, it's kind of an adorable cube. It's so small, it's super convenient, and you can just fit it into your pocket really easily, and it actually turns quite nicely, so I could definitely get some decent times on this, but I obviously wouldn't use it to actually practice. I just use it to carry it around just for fun. Alright guys, so here are all the cubes after we tried them out. I'm going to now try and rank them as best as I can from my least favorite to most favorite. Okay, so these were the top 4 best cubes. We'll rank these at the end just to keep it exciting, and then we'll start with the worst cubes. Okay, the mini one, I just can't compare this because it's like a novelty cube. It's not really a speed cube, so I'm just gonna put this on the side. Okay, so the worst cube I'm gonna have to say is the YJ GuanLong Plus. I don't know why it's so bad. It's just got this really like gross, crunchy feel to it. It's like it's getting stuck inside somewhere, and it's super bumpy and it's not smooth at all. I hate the feel of it. Now, the YJ GuanLong version 1, I've got to say it's pretty bad cube as well. I'm gonna have to put it right beside as a second worst cube. It's just very slow and sluggish feeling. I don't like the feel of it very much. Alright, so out of these cubes, I'll have to say, sorry KungFu, you're the third worst one of the bunch. Alright, next up, I'm gonna have to say the QiYi Warrior W has to go here.
Then we've got the whatever QiYi Sail W, yeah, QiYi Sail W. Even though it's got more of a harsher plastic feel and it's blockier feeling, it's faster and I like that more than the sluggishness that the Warrior W has. Out of the two MoFang JiaoShi cubes, I gotta say I don't like the regular MeiLong as much as the mini cube. It's kind of surprising, I know. This one is just really fast. This one's great, but it's just a little bit tight and slow feeling. I'm sure if you added some loop, it would be a great cube and it would be controllable as well. Now getting into the top 4 cubes, which one of these do I think is the absolute best? This is going to be a tough decision to make. Alright, so I'm going to have to say that the YuXin cube isn't as good as the other one. It's very tight and dry feeling compared to these other 3. The springs in these are pretty good, so they're not as tight as this one. Alright, so I've been playing with these 3 cubes off cam for a little bit, and I've been trying to decide which one I like the most, and it's been a hard decision, but I've got to say 3rd place is going to go to the QiYi Warrior S. Since I have to give a cube a 3rd place, I'm going to have to give it to this one. It's a great cube, but it's just going to have to go in 3rd for now. I'll say partially because of the pink color. Like, I have nothing against pink, but it's just, and then the blue, I don't know, the colors are kind of weird to recognize on, just for that purpose. So now, which of all of these cubes do I think is the best is out of one of these, and I've got to give it to the GuanLong version 3. The MeiLong is an absolute all-time favorite budget cube of mine. The reason I went with this is for 2 reasons. One, I like the glossy finish that this cube has, the GuanLong version 3. It gives me a little bit more grip. On the MeiLong, my hands kind of slip. The version 3 also feels a little bit heavier. So if you don't really like very light feeling cubes, you might not like this. But the MeiLong is so great. Honestly, either of these could have been 1st place. It's just really hard to decide, but since I had to pick one, I'll just go with the version 3 GuanLong. The MeiLong is an excellent runner-up. So that was it for the comparison of this video, guys. Just wanted to point out that all these cubes are actually pretty decent, except for maybe the GuanLongs. Definitely check these cubes out. I'll leave a link to a Speedcube shop in the description. Make sure to use code Paradox at checkout. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, and if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.